Busy stretch of Transit Road in Depew has neighbors concerned about safety, both for drivers and for themselves. News 4's Dave Graber brings us the next piece of this continuing story. Dave?
Well, Nolina, these bridges in Depew are falling apart. They used to carry trains. Now they carry the weight of being a safety issue for drivers, a deterrent for businesses, and a frustration for residents who just want answers. For decades, 4 bridges in Depew have been a hot potato for the state and rail companies, and they've led to nothing but a runaround for local residents and drivers. Residents in Depew say these bridges are not only eyesores, but they're safety hazards as well. Frank Coleman drives this route regularly.
It's about every one of these cars that drive by. I mean, any one of them at any time could have something hit their car. Carrying
dead lines, the crumbling bridges cross a heavily traveled portion of Transit Road, where it narrows from 5 lanes to 4.
It is a safety issue, and I think that it needs to be addressed. And there also is a very it's a high traffic area. There's a lot of traffic congestion. And because those two issues exist, it has prevented businesses from wanting to invest in the area.
But there's been little to no progress for years.
I was getting no answers. I was getting no response. I get the feeling that it was too ominous a project, too expensive a project, and they kept passing the buck.
That may change. After years of stalled plans, the state agreed to study their demolition.
CSX is not under any obligation to address the bridge as far as safety concerns. So if the community wants the bridge removed, the state would end up needing to pay for it.
The study started this week. The rest remains in question.
My contention is when? I've heard so many times from politicians and companies that we're going to get to it, we're going to get to it, it's on our books. When?
While the studies start this week, there's still no word on when any actual work on their removal would start. Assemblywoman Wozniak assures me, however, there is money in the budget, the state budget, for the demolition of at least one bridge at a cost of between $1 and $2 million. Live in the studio, Dave Graber, News 4 at 10.